What it do? Welcome to Hood Soul Wisdom. First and foremost, I appreciate you tapping in. I hope this episode finds you in the very best of every single aspect possible, including but not limited to mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Those are and forever will be my highest hopes and prayers for you and yours. I'm your host, Ruby. Glad you came through to Align and Thrive. This episode is brought to you by Forever Wise Coaching. Align and thrive with your health and wellness in mind. And Forever Wise Apparel, conscious wear with the essence of a G. Episode 50, for the parents. Man, I recorded this episode twice already. And both times, I don't know, I felt like it was missing something. But with the last episode, the Remove the Poison, it just brought me back full circle. Now, yeah, this is titled For the Parents, but it goes even deeper than that. So in the last episode, I talked about removing the poison, right? As we grow up, poison, negative thoughts, fears, ideas come from a lot of different places. And these ideas really shape the concept we have of ourselves. The way we look at ourselves, the relationship we build with ourselves. I titled this For the Parents because as a parent, you are your child's number one teacher. Your child begins to look at themselves the way you look at them because you're feeding them this content daily, day in and day out. Now imagine if every day someone is told they're stupid. Every day someone's told they misbehave. Every day someone just gets their flaws pointed out. How do those people look at themselves? They begin to look at themselves less than. They begin to look at themselves defective. They see themselves with the goggles or with the perspective that these people are giving them. And that's how we end up with all this fucking poison as adults. Because we're told time and time again that we're not good enough. We're told time and time again that we're not meeting these expectations. We're told time and time again that whatever the fuck we're doing is wrong. Or we ain't doing it right. Now, I don't know if I shared this before, but it wasn't from my parent. It wasn't from my mama. But for a cool while, I had someone tell me day in and day out, or question me, what's wrong with you? Anytime I didn't meet this person's expectations, what's wrong with you? And here I am, almost 11 years later, and that shit's still triggering. I really thought there was something wrong with me for a long time. I really thought that something about me just wasn't right. And that poison, it led to self-doubt. It led to self-consciousness. It led to me not being able to believe in myself and all my goals and all my aspirations. Because what the fuck was wrong with me? Why would I have anything that I ever wanted or accomplish anything that I ever wanted if there was something wrong with me? It don't make sense. So what this person was doing, right? They planted a seed. They planted a seed of doubt. They planted a seed of fear. They planted a seed of resentfulness against myself, right? And I started looking at myself the same way this person looked at me. Like, fuck, there really must be something wrong with me. Shit. Not only that, but think about it. When someone repeats something to you day in and day out, they program your mind. Your mind gets programmed to really see yourself in that light because through repetition, these thoughts, these ideas, these opinions, they become belief systems. Remember, who do you believe in? What version of yourself do you believe in? Well, these people are looking at you and pinpointing a version of you that they have created in their head that doesn't meet their expectations, and they're feeding you that version of you, you start believing that's all there is to you. Now, this is where the parents come in, right? For those of you that are parents, that are thinking of becoming parents, remember that one episode, your I ams? Man, Just imagine, if you have a child and from a young age, you program your child with nothing but fucking positivity. Let them know how fucking great they are on the daily. Let them know how loved they are. Let them know how intelligent they are, how funny, how outgoing, how kind, how athletic, how much of a fast learner they are. You pick these qualities that you want to feed them, and you make them believe they are all these fucking good qualities. What could that do for their self-esteem? What could that do for their self-confidence, for their self-concept, the way they look at themselves? What if they see themselves in those fucking goggles and realize how fucking valuable they are, how worthy they are? As a parent, you are your child's first teacher, and it is your responsibility to build their self-concept, whether you want to or not. Whatever you see in that child is what they're going to see in themselves. So imagine if we raise children who don't have to remove any fucking poison because all we're giving them is nourishment. Imagine if they don't have to heal themselves the way we're fucking healing ourselves as adults, and they don't have to untangle all those fucking opinions and all that bullshit to find out who they really are and how worthy they are and how they deserve everything this fucking world has to give them. Imagine if they don't have to figure that shit out as adults. Imagine if they were just fucking raised with that. How much more can our children accomplish? How much more can they do with their life? How much more can they fucking create if they have the confidence in creating because they know they deserve everything they fucking want? And then again, this doesn't only apply to parents. It could apply to you as a sibling, as a mate, as a child. Wouldn't you love to nourish somebody's self-concept? Wouldn't you love to nourish someone and let them know how fucking worthy they are? How fucking beautiful they are? How they deserve everything this fucking world has to offer? Think about that. Are you spewing poison or are you nurturing beautiful seeds? When you spew poison, that's where the weeds grow. Fear, doubt, self-hate. When you give nourishment, that's where those beautiful seeds of creation come about. So think about the words you use. Think about the energy you're sending out there. Think about the way you're having someone perceive themselves based on the words you choose to speak to them. And again, if you're a parent, you're powerful as fuck because you're creating that child's view. You are creating that child's self-concept, how they view themselves. As a parent, create something beautiful. Create something your child doesn't have to heal from. Create something your child doesn't have to question. Make sure your child never has to question their value the same way you had to. Make sure your child never doubts in their dreams and aspirations the same way you had to. Make sure your child doesn't have to unravel all this poison and throw it back up the same way you had to. Why? Because they deserve it. They deserve to be programmed in the most beautiful way so that the world seems like it ain't nothing. So that the world seems like they can conquer it and it ain't gonna be shit to them because they're that fucking confident because you built that confidence in them. So what are you building in your children? What are you building in those around you? Are you building confidence? Or are you building doubt? What are you contributing to? Are you spewing poison or are you providing nourishment? Think about all the shit you've been through and all the shit you gotta heal from. Yeah, don't let these babies have to go through the same shit. How do we break cycles? By reacting differently. We gotta show these babies differently. We gotta show these babies they're fucking worth it. We gotta show these babies they matter. We gotta get these babies equipped to know that the world is theirs and they could do everything they fucking want to do and be successful at it. Let your babies know that success is the only option because that's what you're feeding them day in and day out. Why? Again, because you, me, we deserve it. Before I wrap it up, right? Make sure y'all tap in Follow me on IG at Hood Soul Wisdom, at Forever Wise Coaching, and at Forever Wise Apparel for updates, giveaways, and merch drops. And if you haven't yet, do yourself a favor and click the link on the bio at Hood Soul Wisdom to download 8 affirmations to help you tap in and align with your essence. And subscribe to the email list so you're always up on game with what I got coming next. I appreciate you coming through, and as always, may the higher powers guide you, protect you, and fully equip you with a pure mind, good health, and a solid spirit. With much love, respect, and sincerity, I'm out.